enough to anyone out there who suffers any sort of lower back pain.
My mom said the first time I got on that thing and inverted, she said the look on my face, I looked like I was so relieved of the pressure.
And I will continue to use it for my back for many years to come.
It's been one of the best purchases that I've ever made in my life.
I have 6 grandkids, and I am able to get on the floor and play with them. Thanks for being there for me. I really appreciate it. Keep up the good work and stay upside down.
Man, it feels so good and just really relaxes you. I don't know that I'll ever not use this every day.
We use it every night right before we go to bed. We love our inversion table and we couldn't do without it.
I just really wanted to say thank you.
Well, those were just some of the hundreds, if not thousands, of reviews that the Teeter inversion table has garnered over the years. As a matter of fact, they're celebrating their 40th anniversary in business, and this is a company that we have been proud to have here at HSN as the longest running piece of fitness equipment that we have offered. You've given it the customer pick seal of approval. As a matter of fact, right now there are 464 reviews on it on hsn.com, giving it a 4.7 out of a perfect 5-star rating. You love this, and it's because of everything that you just heard, because of the relief, the relaxation, that temporary relief for those back pains, those muscle pains and strains. And it's with your Teeter FitSpine X3 inversion table, which is what we have right here. Now, I want to give you, show you everything that you're getting today, and then I want you to give us a few minutes, because if you're maybe in pain right now, you've got that back pain, that back strain, those, you know, just aches and pains that you just get every day, and you can't seem to be able to get through a day or a morning or an afternoon without that. I want you to give us a few minutes and listen to why this is such a huge customer pick. Now, you're getting the FitSpine X3 inversion table, which is what you see right here. It comes with the FlexTech bed technology on it. You're gonna hear about a lot of upgrades that are coming included with this, because over the 40 years, the Teeter's inversion table has been improved, and now you get standard what used to be optional. You get already included the traction handles, the fact that it's easy for you to lock in place where you don't have to bend all the way down. Every part of this table is made for your comfort, your relief, but also your peace of mind. You're also going to get this lumbar support that is it's something that you can place into the proper spot for you, so that when you are laying on the table, if you need that extra support along the back of your spine, you've got it. You're also going to get 8 acupressure nodes, so you can place those in strategic spots so that you get even more of a massage, if you will, on those areas that just need a little bit more kneading. You've got it on free shipping. You have it on FlexPay. It's $65.99 to get home, and you can use any major credit card for that. Now, if you have an HSN card, use it, because you can get 9-month VIP, no interest financing, and it makes it like a 9-month FlexPay, which would make your Teeter inversion table $36.66 per month. So if you have an HSN card, use it. If you don't currently have one and you're saying, I've been wanting one and this would be a perfect opportunity to go ahead and get it, when you apply for it and are approved, you can save $40 on a single item that you purchase with your brand new HSN card. As a matter of fact, for HSN card holders, we have a VIP savings event that's going on right now, and you can save $20 on orders of $99 or more, which this would be, when you use your HSN card or Q card or Zulily card and use this code 188587, and you can use it as many times as you can throughout the day, as long as you reach $99 or more. So it really is a great time if you have been eyeballing and getting a Teeter inversion table. Today would be a really great time to go ahead and do it for a variety of reasons. Not only is it the 40th anniversary of Teeter inversion table in business, our guest today, Roger Teeter, is celebrating his birthday. So let's start off with a big happy birthday with Roger. Happy birthday, it's so good to see you. Oh, I love it. Look at you.
I'm so honored. You know, 40 years ago, my wife and I started this business in our garage. You know, and 23 of those years with HSN. In fact, that is the most powerful testimony you're going to hear in the entire show. 23 years on HSN, the longest running single product in HSN history across all categories. That would be impossible if it didn't work. You'd have thrown us out of here if it did.
That's right. And because you let us know, and we read all of those reviews, and this is something that you love. As a matter of fact, we want to hear your review. So if you've been using your Teeter inversion table, call us. We do want you to be a part of the show because we want to hear your reviews and how it has helped you. But let's talk about inversion, Roger, for some people who may have an inkling about what it's about, but now their ears are wide open because their body is in need. Let's talk about what inversion is and what it can do.
Okay, what inversion is, it's reversing the effect of gravity. You know, virtually everything that we do tomorrow, aerobic, anaerobic, Pilates, even a yoga headstand, virtually everything we do is compressive. Inversion is decompressive. It's the simplest way to get relief from those compressed joints. When you relax and let it go, those stressed out muscles near your back, they relax and you start to elongate. You will grow 1 to 2 inches while you're inverted. The spine gets longer, straightening out. If you get a pinched disc, herniated disc, pinched nerve, take the pressure off. Less pressure is less pain. So, and it also helps the disc to rehydrate because they lose moisture over the day, and that's really their nourishment. So when you invert and bring the pressure at or near zero, it greatly accelerates the rate of hydration of your disc much faster than if you're just laying horizontal. So it's a break for your disc. Relieving back pain, again, in 4 different ways, helping to relax all the muscles in the back, taking the pressure off of pinched nerves, helping the spine to realign itself, and helping the disc to rehydrate and recover their flexibility, and you recover posture and your full height.
That's right. And you know, you were talking about that decompression and the fact that when you are inverted, you are getting that decompression in a way that you don't get throughout the day doing anything else. Not sitting, not lying down, decompressing is the way this goes. And it really kind of works into, Roger, as we talk about as we age, how our spine compresses and changes.
Yeah, absolutely. Gravity does a number on us. I mean, as you get older, you lose height. And when you lose height, you lose flexibility and shock absorption because the height loss is in this soft tissue of the joints. That's basically the disc. So as the disc becomes thinner, the chance of pinching a nerve increases, and you lose the ability to move freely. You lose range of motion. Put it this way. I know most people buy the Teeter to get relief of back pain. I suggest you just skip the whole back pain thing. It's debilitating. It changes your life. You can't do anything without considering what's going on in your back. And so the way you can skip the back pain thing is anticipate the normal aging that comes with the spine. You already do it with your skin. You know that as your skin gets older, it loses flexibility, it needs to, that's why you start taking care of it before the wrinkles show up.
Right.
So as the skin loses elasticity, your spine also loses flexibility. And you can get ahead of the loss in flexibility with your spine with a regular program of inversion, just like you can get ahead of the loss or the gain in wrinkles with your face.
You know, I hadn't thought about it like that, but it's very true. And isn't it interesting how we do think about maintenance and prevention in some aspects of our health and wellness, but in others, we wait until there's an issue. So I like the idea of having this at home so I can use it if there is an issue. If I do, because this is a device that's indicated for the temporary relief of back pain, muscle tension, degenerative disc disease, disease, spinal degenerative joint disease, herniated disc, spinal curvature due to tight muscles, sciatica, muscle spasm, so many things. And like Roger said, those are things that may come upon you, but if you can be in a position where you're taking care of that, hopefully before it happens or before it becomes an issue, then you've made the right decision in terms of maintaining the only body that we get. Now, I want to take a listen to two doctors. There's Dr. Fryer and Dr. Long. We're going to listen to their testimonials. I want you to take a listen and then come back for more.
So when you decompress, there is a lengthening of the spine. And by doing so, with a greater disc height, you've got more room for the nerves. There's less compression with the facet joints. And the spine is just much happier.
For the past 53 years, I've been a neurosurgeon with a major interest in chronic pain and dealing with many patients with back pain. Most patients tell me if they use their Teeter inversion table on a regular basis, they simply feel much better. No one has to do anything to you, and I think it's a very natural way to deal with the problem.
Now, Roger, I love listening to the doctors. I love listening to their testimonials, but you created the Teeter FitSpine inversion table because of a situation that happened with you. I'd love for you to tell the story.
I wrecked my back. I got the usual story tomorrow. You know, I wrecked my back in my 30s. And when I say wrecked, on worst days, I couldn't even get out of bed. I literally had to roll onto the floor, crawl hands and knees into the shower to get hot water on my back just to be able to stand up. I tried everything to get relief. That problem went on and off for 5 years. Nothing I tried really worked until I found inversion. Tamara, the relief I got was temporary, but it lasted longer and it was more effective than anything else I tried. And I thought, you know, as an engineer, because I was using inversion boots, you know, you hang upside down like a bat. Yes. And I thought, as an engineer, I should be able to design something that's more user-friendly, something that would give the benefits without going to full inversion, and that became the start of Teeter. That was 40 years ago.
Wow, that's right, 40 years ago, and it has evolved so much. As a matter of fact, now you even have the Teeter Move App. That's something newer that you've added to the program.
Yes, absolutely. In fact, it's a free download, and it has all kinds of testimonies and all kinds of tips, by some of them from me, and it literally tells you everything else. You can keep a record and be a reminder. So it's a free download. Please check it out, and I think you'll find that it's a real plus in helping you keep a regular program of proper maintenance, and that is the secret to having youthful function and flexibility. Keep that spine flexible and youthful, and as you age, it will pay you back.
Yes, and you're seeing there, when you get your FitSpine inversion table, your FitSpine X3, you are going to find, as you see on the Move app, as you hear the testimonials, as you hear the doctors talking, as you hear Roger, you're going to have your own testimonials. So I do encourage you to do it while we not only have it as a sale price, with all of the extras that you used to have to pay for, and we're going to go through the table, we're going to give you a tour, but you're getting everything in the best possible price that you're not having to pay a la carte or anything else for. Use FlexPay. We'd love to be able to send it to you. We're going to take you through so you can really feel comfortable about this when you get it home. And it doesn't matter your height. We're going to talk about adjusting the height, adjusting for the perfect fit, and where you feel comfortable. You don't have to go completely upside down in order to get the benefits here. So here's your item number. It's 634808. You've got it on any major credit card for about $66. We'll send it right out to you. And even if you can get through a morning without that typical pain, or a day without that typical pain, you have the power of it in the palm of your hands. Let's listen to Nancy so that we can hear a little bit more, and then we're going to come back and give you a tour of your table.
My back started to really bother me. I don't want to go through life being less and less of myself. I want to be able to do everything and anything that I want to do. The first time that I laid on the Teeter, I got on there, locked my ankles in, laid back, and It was just a relief. I knew it was going to work for me. It's beautifully engineered. It doesn't take up very much space in your house. It's very easy to schedule it into your life. You lay down, you relax, you can meditate for a few minutes, you get off, and you're a new person. The biggest difference the Teeter table has made in my life is that I have physical freedom. I'm probably really boring because when anyone complains to me about their back, I say, well, have you tried a Teeter table? It helped me so much you have no idea.
I love that. Everybody says the same thing, Roger. And as we were watching and listening to that testimonial, she was kind of talking about the comfort level she gets. Let's take a tour of the table so that everybody who's watching can really get familiar with it.
And you know, that word she said, it gives me freedom. It gives me choices. You know, back pain is the exact opposite. It controls your life. Without the back pain, the choices are yours again. All right, I want to start with the fact that, first of all, it does fold up. A lot of people don't realize that it can't. You easily put in a closet, behind a couch, springs into action in literally a couple of seconds. Now, when you first get it, of course, it's in a box. 85% assembled. I hate assembly. And I'm going to show you the extent of it. First of all, this part here, all these small parts, fully assembled out of the box. The bed is fully assembled. The A-frame is also fully assembled as far as the spreader arm and the easy angle tether strap. All 4 corner feet are on. What if you got to assemble? You actually have to put in these upgraded handles, 3 machine screws, 1 bolt. That's it. Of course, the Acupressure Nodes and the lumbar bridge, they snap in place. But here it is. There's your 2 bolts. Those bolts are relevant to shipping. Those are the only 2 big bolts. And there you are, assembled. You'll spend more time getting it out of the box than you will putting it together. So, and this has been, say, 40 years of upgrades. It's adjustable from 4'8" to 6'6", and you set it on your height, so at the last number you can read is your height. I'm putting it right on 6 foot. And your perfect balance point could be a little bit on one side or the other, depending on your personal weight distribution. All right, we have the Comfort Dial foot platform. Big shoes, small shoes. These ankle supports are incredibly comfortable. 3 generations of tooling to get it right. We've got a hard backing for structural integrity, and then a 1/2 inch of ergonomically shaped foam for extra comfort. That was a lot of tooling to get it right and comfortable. We've got the Easy Reach handle. This handle, the long reach handle, that has been something that was actually developed for our clinical use because the people with bad backs don't like to bend over, which makes sense. We have this new bed, new names, new colors, and it's because of re-engineering it to make it the most comfortable table that we've ever offered. You know, we had so many comments from HSN viewers that love the function of the table, just wish it was a little more comfortable. You cannot put foam on a table. When you put foam on a table, you sink into the foam and it doesn't slide. That mat that you're seeing there, that is a massage mat, and it slides. It is designed to slide on the bed, and that's very important. If you have foam that doesn't move, you sink into the foam, and then you decompress, which is the main advantage of inversion. This bed, to make it more comfortable, if you can see, it is lifted off the A-frame by about 3 inches, and it's actually supported on 8 points. It's almost like a hammock. It's a high-performance, soft plastic that actually floats. When you're on it, the bed moves with you. It's a textured surface, low traction surface, so that you elongate. The lumbar bridge, that can be put in any position that's comfortable for you, and height and location. And it's something, I like to mount it low on the bed so that it kind of catches your butt and squares your hips before you start the decompression. In fact, that's what a chiropractor does. First thing they do is they make sure that your hips are in alignment. before they start making adjustments. This will do that for you. The acupressure nodes, there's 8 of them, 2 of each of 4 sizes, little wing nuts on the back, and they'll fit in any one of these slots. And when you've got that knot in your back, and you just wish somebody could push on that knot and give you some relief, because you can't reach it yourself, these are the thumbs of that person to be able to work that knot out. Traction handles, this is my favorite upgrade. If, let's say that you're inverting the first time and you don't want to go beyond this angle. In fact, the way you control that is use this easy reach tether strap, and that'll stop you at any angle you choose. This is a good angle to start at. But let's say you've got a pinched nerve, herniated disc, degenerative joint disease, spinal stenosis. This is not enough angle to give you the kind of traction that you need. But that's where the traction handles come in. As you lie on the bed, you can use arm pressure and mechanically push on these handles and add further decompression as though you were in full inversion. Or you can just take the tether strap off and actually go to a greater degree of inversion. Again, you don't need to go to full inversion to get all the benefits. All right, so first of all, you set the height.
Okay.
And then you set the easy angle tether strap. Now I'm going to leave that off for my demonstration.
Okay.
Step in, and of course, lock yourself. And most people, 80% will balance right in your height. You see how when I laid back, the bed just lifts off with my arms at the side? That shows that I'm in the right balance. So that by just raising the weight of one arm, I can control the actual rotation. And it is so easy, you have total control. Now, you may think, oh, that's too responsive, that's scary. Well, that's what these oversized handles are for. You can walk yourself back with these handles and kind of like training wheels on a bicycle. But once you get control and get used to the balancing, you actually can stop yourself at any angle you want. Again, let's say use the easy angle tether strap, stop yourself at this angle, and then use the traction handles and push and decompress your body as though you're in full inversion, or take it off. And this would be the angle I'd want you to work up to. This is the magic angle. You'll know you're there because you got this hand grip that you can use to pull and push yourself back into shape. You don't need to go to full inversion. Believe it or not, though, 50% of regular invertees do, because of extra freedom. You can move around, you can do stretches that you just couldn't do even as a younger man. You can actually turn the Teeter into a workout station. It's the toughest crunches on the planet. Inverted squats, sculpt the glutes, strengthen the hamstrings. It's my birthday. When you're 83, as I am today, it's functional fitness that counts. That means joints that work so that you can keep up with the grandkids. And I get off the table, and even if you don't want to jump, I have to do my little, trademark jump. I'm 83 and I feel great.
I love the trademark jump. Everybody loves it. We wait for it. You know what? While Roger was taking us through, I was inverting as well, and you just feel better. All of a sudden, no matter what's going on in your day, it doesn't matter when you're on the table, because you're stretched out and you're in a position where if you're not on an inversion table, you would never be this decompressed, this relaxed, this stretched out, and you're in full control. And that's what I really want you to understand. You don't have to go all the way upside down. You work to your level of comfort. You'll notice as Donna's showing you, she's not flying back into position. She's just everything about this is gentle, and it should be, particularly when we're talking about our back. It should be gentle. And in this case, it's something that you're gonna look forward to using. You're getting the table with all of the extras, all of the safety features, and we're even gonna show you how it was it was studied and put to the test. But all of the safety features here, plus the lumbar support that you can control if you want to have a little bit more support right there along your back. You're also going to get the Acupressure Nodules. There are 8 of those of different sizes, so you can put them in certain areas or not. I don't usually use them, but it's up to you. If you need that kneading, that, you know, in certain areas of your back, you've got those nodules that come right along with. And you've got it at a great value. Typically, this would be over $450, but we've got it for you on sale, on FlexPay, on free shipping. If you have any credit card, you can get this home on FlexPay for $65.99. If you have an HSN card, use it, because we have no interest VIP financing for 9 months. And it's like having a 9-month flex pay. And it makes it that much more affordable for you to get home and really start to feel good. You know, if you've been feeling bad for so long, there is a point where you say, you know what, enough is enough. I've tried everything. I'm gonna try it. Go ahead and get it home and try it out and see the difference. You've heard from testimonials. We want you to listen to another testimonial. Now, we have Sid calling in via Skype, who's been using Teeter products for years and posting videos about his experience, which we love seeing those. We sent him the FitSpine X3 in exchange for his honest and unbiased review, and he's been using it as a regular part of his exercise routine for over 2 years now. Is that right, Sid? Did I get everything right?
You sure did. It's nice to see you again. And Roger, I want to let you know, I feel great too. I feel great too. And you are so incredible. Thank you.
You're just a kid. Come on.
You are amazing. I have to tell you, the inversion table, the FitSpine, has been an amazing product for me. I have dealt with sciatica and stenosis. I was a marathon runner. I ran the New York City Marathon in 1986, and I've been using this table for over 10 years. I had to give up certain sports because of my back, and when my back would act up, people would say, are you going to go see a specialist? I said, yeah, I've got it at my house. I've got the inversion table. It really is amazing. And what I love about it is, for me, we were talking about the strap. I have done the full inversion, but I like the simple fact that I could just go back, use the strap, and I just, in the morning when I get up, I just sit there like this, and I just stretch, and it feels great. I take a deep breath, I push on the bar, and I do it for about a minute or two, and I come up, and it really feels great. And when my back acts up, I just come on here again. I tend to get back muscle spasms, and when I do, this is the first thing that I always go to. And the nice part is I adjust the strap, so I could do it just a slight inversion and go more and more. And then this bar here is something that has been a big blessing to me.
Yeah. 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 I'm so glad to hear that.
Darn.
Tell us, Sid.
I love testimonies like that, you know, really changing lives like it changed mine. And the real substance behind it is the fact that it's FDA registered. That is so important. FDA said Teeter is indicated for 10 common causes of back pain. Some of them very serious. Back pain, sciatica, that's a pinched nerve. Spinal degenerative joint disease, that's the same as osteoarthritis, just a different name. Spinal curvature due to tight muscles, muscle tension, and then herniated discs. Now that is serious. That is a blowout of your disc. Degenerative disc disease, spinal stenosis, facet syndrome, muscle spasm. You know, Teeter gives relief of all 10 causes of back pain, these common causes, because it gives relief 4 different ways. It stretches and relaxes all the muscles of the back. If you've got a pinched nerve, herniated disc, take the pressure off. Less pressure is less pain. Helps the spine to naturally realign itself. That the misalignment can be a cause of back pain, and helps the disc to rehydrate so that they keep their youthful flexibility, their youthful shock absorption. That's what allows you to be active into and through your entire retirement years.
Yeah.
You know, I am doing the very things now that actually caused my back pain 45 years ago. I'm running the slalom course. I love water skiing. I've been out over 40 times this summer.
Wow.
And water skiing is very, very hard on your back. Mm-hmm. And 45 years ago, It shut me down for 5 years. This was a recent video. This is just shot. And I love this. It's acceleration, it's exhilarating, and it's fun to do it with your grandkids. That's the big thing. Yes. Get out and water ski, snow ski, or whatever your sport is with your grandkids. That's what life and retirement ought to be. And inversion and the grace of God has allowed me to do that on a regular basis, you know, into my, well, mid-80s now.
Yes, and you know, we're seeing you in all of the different outdoor adventures and activities that you do and that you've always loved to do, as you were saying. Today is officially the last day of summer. And if you, and I'm talking to those of you who are watching, if you are looking at that video and saying, gosh, if I could just do a tenth of what we saw Roger do. Maybe you spent this entire summer inside because of the back pain, because of the strain, and wishing and thinking about the times where you used to go bike riding and you used to go hiking and you used to go to the lake and you used to be able to row, you know, on the water and in the boat and whatever the case is, and you're saying there's got to be something that I can do. I want you to try this. Inversion is not new, and we're going to talk about that as well. It's not new. It is something that so many people for years have gone to. And Sid, I want to ask you a question because I know that you said you've been a runner, you've been active your whole life, but what made you decide to try inversion in the very beginning?
So many years ago, when I was dealing with back issues, a very good friend of mine, Chris, who recommended inversion, and he recommended the Teeter. He said the Teeter is the best, and I had the older model and at the time, and so I just started using that, and it's been my savior ever since. Every day I'm using it. When I go away, I'm like, oh, I wish I could just pack this in my suitcase because I'm worried my back's going to act up. And so the Teeter has just been just a huge impact because of my friend.
I thank you so much for joining us. I really do. I thank you for just sharing your experience because there are a lot of people who are listening and they can really relate to you. So thank you so much, Sid, for sharing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sid.
Good to see you, Roger.
And while you're listening to Sid, you're listening to Roger, you're seeing the videos, and you know how you feel. And you know, if you're thinking, gosh, I've been wanting to try that for a long time. Maybe you've done some study and some research on your own. There are a lot of inversion tables out there. This one is the best. It's been with us here at HSN for 23 years. It's the longest running piece of fitness equipment that we have offered in our years. This is a company, Teeter is a company that's been in business for 40 years, and they've had, you know, innovation after innovation, and they continue to get better. And this is your time to go ahead and get your FitSpine X3. I want you to call us, or shop on hsn.com and go ahead and pick yours up, and let this be the moment that you make the decision to do something better for yourself every day. As a matter of fact, Roger, I want to come back to you. I know that there have been a lot of studies done. One in particular is the Nackimson study that you talk about.
Right, the Nackimson studies are actually still in all the textbooks. It was done by Dr. Nackimson in Gutenberg University a number of years ago, and that's in Sweden, Gutenberg University. You saw that flash of light? That is the location of a surgically implanted pressure sensor. Pressure reading is in the upper right-hand corner. A baseline of kind of 100% standing, and then each person in the study went to different body positions to see how the pressure changed. Look at that, it doubled, but you knew that. Did you know that? Sitting in good posture, 50% higher load on your back. There's the formula for back pain. 2.5 times the load sitting in poor posture. When you sit down, you think, I'm taking a load off. You're taking a load off your muscles, and you're dumping it on your back. Your back just doesn't feel it. Another surprise, 25% of standing body pressure goes to bed with you. Now, that pressure is not caused by gravity. It's caused by the construction of the spine. You've got hundreds of ligaments, 140 muscles in 4 layers. They stabilize the spine, very important, but they also hold it in background compression like rubber bands. And those rubber bands are very strong. So to decompress the spine, you've got to pull traction equal to about 60% of your body weight. And you don't have to go to full inversion to do that, but you do need to work up about the angle of the rear handles or use the traction handles at any angle you're comfortable with. You know, so it's set it, lock it, and then relax. You know, and let gravity do the work. This is kind of the missing link. Decompression. This is what we're talking about. This is the only practical way to really decompress the body, and it's not just the back we're dealing with. Every weight-bearing joint, listen, this is very important. Every weight-bearing joint is being decompressed by exactly the same load that it has to normally carry. The small joints in your neck are decompressed by the weight of the head. The big joints in your lumbar area are decompressed by 60% of your body weight. The knees are being decompressed by 85% of your body weight. So when you might be working on a specific back problem or neck problem, you're really benefiting the entire body, and there's all the other bonuses, an oxygen wash to the upper body. It's a stress reliever, improving circulation, flexibility, correcting posture, helping you keep your original body shape, and just a great stretch that really feels good while you kick back and in 2-3 minutes, maybe 5 minutes, just whatever, listen to your body. There's no limit. You can invert as long or as short as you want. Just listen to your body. When you think you have enough, stop. But do it on a regular basis. Multiple short sessions are much better than one long one.
Okay, I'm glad you said that. I'm just sitting here relaxing. And you know what else? This is a small thing, but it feels so good. Because I'm decompressed and I'm so stretched, my waist feels like it's like 20 inches around. I mean, oh my gosh, everything just feels better when you have such a great stretch and you're decompressing. And I will tell you this, because I've used this table for years here at HS, and I've been here for 15 years. I remember the first time I got on it, I was a little bit nervous. And that's understandable. But there have been, and Roger, I would love for you to talk about it, there's a lot of quality that's gone into this table. Because if I'm gonna be in this position, I don't wanna go necessarily with the lowest bidder. I wanna go knowing that there is quality built in from start to finish. Let's talk about that.
Absolutely, Tamara. You're hanging upside down, clamped by ankles. Your heart's going to tell you that you want medical grade quality, and that's what the Teeter is. You know, we've been putting quality into this. Teeter's the only table that is UL safety certified to a very tough specification that was designed by Underwriters Laboratory specifically for inversion tables. Teeter is the only brand that actually makes it. Every moving part has to be cycled 30,000 times. And look at that, that's 1,200 pounds. To certify this for a 300-pound user, it has to be able to actually hold 4 times that. That's the toughest test. 300 pounds being cycled, that's maximum user weight, 300 pounds being cycled 30,000 times. Teeter is the only brand that actually holds up against that kind of abuse. And you may, well, here, this is actually that endurance test. Look at that, see that dotted line, that vertical line on the right-hand side, it has writing. Yes. That's the target set by Underwriters Laboratory safety engineers. They said every table, to be safe, should go 30,000 cycles with maximum user weight. That long blue line on top, that's us. 300 pounds, we went 40,000 cycles. We stopped it for time. In fact, I did sit-ups. Tomorrow I did sit-ups on that table after 40,000 cycles. And did you see the lookalikes? Yes. All of them, catastrophic structural failure. We're talking about broken, bent, and torn metal. Because, yes, they look alike, but they use the wrong steel. Right. You know, my background is aircraft, and I've been trained in how to engineer out fatigue failure. And when you cycle a table, when you rock back and forth, you are introducing fatigue to the structure that holds the table. The load's first going one way, then the other, then back and forth. In fact, you can duplicate this concept, take a wire coat hanger, Get it out of your closet now or after the show, the wire coat hanger, and take it and bend it back and forth. You can break it in 1 minute. That is ordinary steel, and that is a fatigue failure. To avoid that kind of failure, Teeter uses high carbon steels, heat-treated and key components. It is the only table that uses heat-treated high-carbon steel, and it's the only table that meets the UL standard. And in fact, we meet safety standards around every developed country in the world. This sticker that you saw on the back of the table, this shows that we meet the CE mark. This is medical. We meet all the home use medical requirements for the European community. We make all the safety requirements for Japan, for Australia, for New Zealand, every developed country. Teeter actually meets their standards. And so this is one table you can use for 20 years on a regular basis. We have a 5-year warranty on it, yes. But many people are literally using it daily over 20 years yes. with no problem.
Yes, and if you're looking at that and you're saying, those are the kinds of things that I'm looking for, those are the kinds of, just that peace of mind that you're looking for, even the fact there's that manufacturer's 5-year full warranty, because we want you to use it and we want you to be as easy, we want you to feel comfortable. Know that it's easy to get into, it's easy to lock yourself in. I cannot get out of the table without unlocking this. When I go upside down, this stays locked. And if I had back pain and had to bend all the way down to lock it, that probably wouldn't be the case. This has that upgrade where I don't have to bend all the way down. I literally can do it right here. And it is holding my ankles. I'm in there in a comfortable position. Everything that your body touches is comfortable. And when you are inverting, whether a little bit or full inversion, you do start to feel better in your body overall. While you're watching, and if you've been listening to us, you've been doing a little bit of research, you understand inversion is something that is not new. It's not, you know, a new thing. It's been around for hundreds of years, if not thousands of years. This is the easiest way for you to have it in your home. It's a customer pick with 464 reviews on this table, with a 4.7 out of a perfect 5-star rating. 4.7. That's a huge, rating. That's a huge vote of confidence right there. I want you to call us or shop on hsn.com. You can use free shipping. You can use FlexPay. You can use any major credit card. You can use your HSN card and get a 9-month FlexPay. But do it while we have these in stock. And we're gonna take a listen to another testimonial. And while you are listening, now is the time to go ahead and place your order.
Pain that I was experiencing was all-encompassing. It was very discouraging for me. And that's when I really became my own advocate. I figured no one's going to care about my back pain as much as me. And that's when I came across the Teeter inversion table. The anatomy, the physiology, the research, it just all made sense. It was simple. And the first thing I noticed when I got off my Teeter inversion table was like, wow, this is great. That really, it stretched it out. And I really noticed a big difference that something is happening here. I use my Teeter every day. I stretch, I listen to a little music, I breathe. It's something I look forward to. It makes me feel good. I love my Teeter. It's one of the best investments I've ever made.
Yes, because you're really making an investment in yourself. It's a customer pick. I pulled out a review that I want to read, and then we're going to go ahead and hear more. But this one says, I'm amazed by the relief this device has brought me. The more I use it, the better I feel. Wish I had purchased this years ago. Roger, I know you hear that all the time from people saying that they put it off, and all of the time they were putting it off, they were just in pain.
Yeah, absolutely. Tamara, that is the most common remark that we get made. And I'll repeat something I said at the beginning of the show. You all want to keep our youth. Yes. And as we get older, take our skin, for example, it loses its elasticity and wrinkles develop. But we know that's coming, so we get ahead of the curve. We start taking care of our skin so that the wrinkles don't show up, or at least they're not as bad as they would. Your spine is no different than any other part of your body. A regular program of proper maintenance will help you keep youthful function and flexibility of your spine through all of your years. And as you get older into your 70s and mid 80s like me, you'll have the flexibility and range of motion of a much younger man. You'll be able to do those things that you dream of doing in retirement, yet so many people can't do because they haven't been taking care of their back. Literally everything you do, every load you do goes through your back. I mean, I got Spiny out here because this is like communication central. All these nerves, there's 2 nerves that come out for every disc. And that's how the brain communicates with the body. You know, and if these discs are thin and the nerves are pinched, it compromises communication. If it's a disc or nerve that goes down your leg, you'll feel the pain down your leg or down your shoulder. But it could be a nerve that goes to some other part of your body and it doesn't really have any feeling or response. There's no pain response, but communication is compromised. When you invert and relax, all these discs open up, you elongate 1 to 2 inches. I am not exaggerating. The whole body is 1 to 2 inches longer. The openings that control the size of the nerves come through, they become greater. If you got a pinched nerve, you're taking the pressure off. This is you inverting. You know, the first thing you're going to feel is all those back muscles relaxing, letting go, tension running out your fingertips. As they relax, your body will elongate 1 to 2 inches. Look at that spine straightening out. And here's the big one. You got a pinched nerve, herniated disc, a misaligned joint, decompress it, and then as you mobilize the body, it will naturally realign itself. It wants to be in alignment. You know, and I'll put one last point, because I don't think we'll have time to get to Dr. Thompson. He makes such an important point about the fact that everyone loses 3/8 to ½ an inch of height every day. Yes, when you get up in the morning, your discs are well hydrated. You're the tallest you're going to be all day. But as soon as you're upright, standing or sitting, these discs start to lose moisture. You become shorter. That's why your waist bulges out in the afternoon. It's not lunch. It's the fact you're shorter. And you get in the car to drive home at night and adjust the mirror down because you're shorter. This shows the long-term effects of aging, but it actually happens on a daily basis that reverses overnight, but not 100%. That's the aging part. You age during the day, you lose height during the day, it rehydrates at night, but not 100%, and over your lifetime you have a permanent height loss. Look at the discs in that older gentleman. They're thinner. He can't move as freely. He doesn't have the range of motion because all the shock absorption and flexibility is in the discs. Take care of those discs just like you take care of the skin on your face. You know, and what's more, you know, when you take care of your skin, you look younger. Well, when you take care of your spine, you move younger.
Yes.
Now think about that. People give away their age just as much by how they move as how they look.
That's very
Teeter can help you be standing tall, looking good in your clothes and good posture, and moving long strides, youthful, and people are going to see you younger because of how you move.
Absolutely. You'll feel better. You move better, to Roger's point. It's so funny. Some of us take better care of our cars, of which we can have multiples in our life, than we take care of our body, of which we only have one. So I want you to go ahead and pick yours up. Roger was talking about Dr. Tantz. We have time, and we want to go ahead and hear from Dr. Tantz because I'm curious, and I know you are as well, to hear a little bit more from the pros about what it is that they love about inversion so much, and I know it's going to help you.
The discs that sit here are like shock absorbers we have on the car. So when you get up in the morning, you may be 6'1". When you go to bed at night, you're actually about 6'1½". You lose 1/4 to 1/2 inch of height as these shock absorbers get squeezed and the water comes out of them. Then when you're asleep, they rehydrate. One of the advantages, I think, of Roger's device is that you can do this during the day too and give yourself kind of a break from the constant pressure on your back and on these shock absorbers to allow them to rehydrate by taking all the pressure off and letting them have some freedom. People that get on a standard routine and do it again and again do far better than people that go for 3 weeks of therapy and then re-injure again in a year, go for 3 weeks therapy. A daily routine, which is what Roger's recommending, I think is a very good way of getting your back in great shape so that as we stay vertical for our lives, we don't start breaking down later on.
So I love to hear that. And I know as you were listening, it just fully reiterates the fact that inversion, if it's up to your body would say, this is what I want and this is what I need and can benefit from every day. So you're getting the table. And this is the FitSpine X3 inversion table. Just like we said, Teeter Inversion has been in business for 40 years now. This is not the original table. It has been improved and improved and improved over the 40 years, and you are getting the best of the best. You get the traction handles and the easy up and down handles, as you can see right there. You're getting the ability to go from 4'8", I believe it was 4'8" to 6'6", so it doesn't matter how short or tall you are as an adult. You've got these easy to use and lock in place lock for your ankles. So you've got double, the ankle locks against the front and the back. It's gonna be comfortable against your ankles. You even have that foot placement where if you maybe are a little bit shorter or if you need a little bit more room depending on the shoes that you're wearing, we always suggest that you invert when you're wearing shoes. Otherwise, you don't need any specific exercise equipment to do this. You can do this pretty much any time. You've got that. We're gonna talk about, once again, the assembly is 85% done when it's shipped to you. There's only just the big pieces that you literally slide in place and bolt into place. We have this on a mat. You can put it on a carpet, you can put it on a hard floor. We have it on a mat, and if you want this mat in particular, it's actually an inversion program. It's like an exercise program that you can do while you're inverting, and it shows different stretches and different ways that you can twist your body when you get to that point. If you want this mat, there's the item number right there at the side. It's 249639, and you can put the table right there on the mat. The cushion that we have right here on the table is also an additional purchase if you wanted this cushion. You don't have to have it. It works beautifully without it, but if you did want a little bit more cushioning, you can go ahead and pick that up, and there is the item number 4, that foam topper, that cushion topper cushion. You're going to get with the table the lumbar support for that curve in your back, and it just gives you extra support, and you can place that exactly where you want it to be. And then it also comes with the 8 acupressure nodules. They go from small to large, and these are gonna be where if you have a knot somewhere along your back that you really kind of want a little bit more pressure on, you can utilize those. You get everything. You get the customer pick status. You read the reviews on this one, because there are reviews from people who were just wanting to maybe maintain to really having back issues, and they benefit across the board. When you're looking at this, now is your time to go ahead and pick it up at a sale price, on FlexPay, on free shipping. And Roger, before we move into probably the most stressful time of year, which is the holiday season, this is right now the time to think about that and prepare for that with your inversion table.
Yes, to have the reserve energy and flexibility to be able to get through those holidays and keep up with the grandkids. Yes. And it is, you have got to be curious what the Teeter could do for you. You can't live on this planet more than 20 years and not know what gravity is doing to you. It's pulling everything south. It's stealing your figure. It's stealing your flexibility. It's stealing your ability to be active, and you write it off as old age. No, it's the long-term effects of compression. Teeter with decompression will help you get those lost things back, the improved flexibility, and to be able to do the things that you want to do in retirement, things you maybe stopped even 10 years ago thinking, well, I don't think I can do that anymore. They'll be back. Remember, I wrecked my back 45 years ago water skiing, running the slalom course. I am doing that today. That would be impossible. I'm 83 years old and doing the very thing that caused my back pain 45 years ago, and that would be impossible without a regular program of inversion, 3 to 5 minutes a day to keep that youthful function and flexibility.
And Roger, when you think about it, because today is your 83rd birthday, if you think about when you wrecked your back 45 years ago, doing the things you loved, if you had stopped doing those things that you loved, what these last 45 years would have been.
Well, that's, yeah. And when you're not active, things deteriorate faster.
Yes.
You know, move it or lose it. Lose it. You know, that is truth. Yeah. That's not just a glib statement. That is reality. If you don't use it, you lose it.
Yeah.
And keep that flexibility. And inversion will allow you to do that. It's not just the inversion itself, it's what you do with your body because you've been doing inversion and you have that youthful flexibility and you desire to get out and play with the grandkids, yes, to be more active, to get back to gardening, to get through a whole round of golf without a back problem. You know, just normal, fun, living things that all require flexibility and the ability to move, and that's what Teeter gives you.
Yes.
It gives you youthful function into your retirement years.
Absolutely. Remember, inversion is the means. The end is what you do with it, what you do feeling better. This is a means to an end. This is a means to continue to spend time with your family and travel and garden and golf and tennis and do all the things that you love doing. This is the means to get there. And I know that so many of you have called in and have shopped on hsn.com just in this hour. We are now coming to the end of the presentation. And if you're saying, gosh, I really want this, I want you to call us or I want you to go to hsn.com and pick yours up. You've got free shipping. You've got it on FlexPay. We'll send it straight to you. Roger was talking about the ease of assembly because it's 85% assembled already. And it's gonna be very simple for you to do. You can fold it up when you're not using it, but when you are using it, that's where the benefits come in. And Roger, once again, I want to say happy birthday, happy 83rd birthday from all of us here at HSN to you.
All right. Thanks, Tamara. You know, one last anecdotal point, $329, that's the price that we introduced it at 40 years ago, and this one's been upgraded 125 times since. And you know, with prices, what they're doing today, we just can't hold it, but it's the same price that HSN introduced it for 40 years ago.
Wow.
If it doesn't change your life, if it doesn't put a bounce in your step, send it back.
I love it. Roger, thank you so much. Have a great birthday. And we'll see you again next time.
Tomorrow.
Thank you. And for all of you who are shopping with us, definitely take advantage of that price. 40 years in the making, hasn't changed a penny. And it's 634-808. Since we're talking about health and wellness, we're going to take a